Hi, I'm Peter Alsop, and this is my Songs to Chew podcast. This week's Songs to Chew was written by my old buddy Bruce Phillips, known to many as Utah Phillips, the golden voice of the great Southwest. He was one of my teachers. We loved being silly with each other. We laughed a lot. Utah's song is called All Used Up. It's about how our culture treats workers who have grown old, working every day. And then as we naturally slow down, we're put out to pasture, cut loose by our employers. Some of us retired, some just let go. Didn't seem right to Utah, who was a friend and disciple of Ammon Hennessy. Ammon was an American Christian anarchist, pacifist, and social activist who helped Utah get sober. After his ordeal in the military during the Korean War, Utah spent time riding the rails. He hung out in hobo camps along the railroad lines crisscrossing this country. He actually held the title of Grand Duke of Hobos, and he even presented me with an official proclamation bestowing upon me the cordial appellation of quite good fellow. Came complete with a parchment and a blue ribbon and badge from the Poultry Breeders Association of Southern California. Told you we were silly. The homelessness and poverty issue was so important to Utah that he and his wife, Johanna, established a 69-bed hospitality center called Utah's Place in Grass Valley, California. It provides a place for homeless individuals and families in that community to shower, do laundry, have meals, and receive case housing management, job training. Men, women, kids, people of color all had to move out of their older hotel rooms where they had lived for years in many different cities because of gentrification. That's when land investors buy up the housing in the rundown parts of a city as cheaply as possible, then evict everyone who is there, fix it up, get rid of rent control, jack up the rents 4 or 5 times higher than they were, and then rent to mostly younger white folks who can afford higher rents. The area becomes beautified and gentrified. A couple of Starbucks coffee places, and those displaced old folks have nowhere to live that they can afford. People who have never been poor wonder why these people are so angry. So here's Utah's song from my Draw the Line album, All Used Up.
I spent my whole life making somebody rich. I busted my ass for that son of a bitch, and he left me to die like a dog in a ditch. And he told me I'm all used up. He used up my labor, he used up my time. He plundered my body, squandered my mind. Then he gave me a pension of handouts and wine, and told me I'm all used up. My kids are in hock to a god you call work, slaving their lives out for some other jerk. Well, my youngest in Frisco just made shipping clerk, and he don't know I'm all used up. Some young people reach out for power and gold, and they don't have respect for anything old. And for pennies they're bought, and for promises sold, and someday they'll all be used up. Well, they use up the oil, they use up the trees, they use up the air, and they use up the seas. But how about you, friend, and how about me? What's left when we're all used up? I'll finish my life in this crummy hotel. It's lousy with bugs, and my God, what a smell. But my plumbing still works, and I'm clear as a bell. So don't tell me I'm all used up. Outside my window, the world passes by, gives me a handout, then spits in my eye. And no one can tell me, 'cause no one knows why I'm still living, but I'm all used up. Sometimes in a dream I sit by a tree. My life is a book of how things used to be, and the kids gather round and they listen to me, and they don't think I'm all used up. And there's songs and there's laughter and things I can do, and all that I've learned I can give back to you. I'd give my last breath just to make it come true. No, I'm not all used up. Well, they use up the oil, they use up the trees, they use up the air and they use up the seas. But as long as I'm breathing, they won't use up me. No, I'm not all used up. Don't you tell me I'm all used up. Don't tell me I'm all used up.
As you can hear, I performed this live at McCabe's Guitar Shop in Santa Monica, California, on my Appalachian Mountain Dulcimer. Utah wrote it in 1980, and here we are, 40 years later, still not helping the homeless as well as we might. The alternative to a profit-driven housing system is community-controlled social housing. House by house, block by block, community land trusts and cooperatives have been attempting to democratize their relationships to land, housing, and community. There are nearly 300 community land trusts that exist across the country. These grassroots organizations exercise their right to the city by meeting fundamental needs for housing and contesting for public resources. I hope this song touched you. There are so many social problems that are coming to a head these days because they've been avoided and stuffed down over the last 40 years by people who've wished that they would just disappear. They don't disappear. Climate change is here. Racism and police brutality exist unabated. There's a COVID-19 pandemic going on and on and on and on. Check out my episode number 17. Pick one. It chews on my song that lists all the areas of our lives that could use more attention, focus, and help for folks who are struggling just to get by. And then you can pick one. Homelessness is right up there on the list. Google Utah's Place if you'd like to make a donation. I just did. Thank you so much for chewing on this song with me. I'd love to hear from you. Please let your friends and family know about my songs to chew if you've been enjoying them. It would be great to have more subscribers. You can find me on Facebook at We Like Peter Alsop or email me at peter@peteralsop.com. I'll see you next week with another song to chew. Bye for now. Stay safe.